Hello. How are you doing? Can you hear me? I bet you can now. Hello. Um, there you go. You should still be able to hear me. How is everybody doing? We got Dr. Rolofson over on Twitch. We got Svetlana over on YouTube. I'm also live on Rumble. And trying to figure a few things out here, but I think we're good. Yelling at clouds. PD audio. All right, I haven't been live in a really long time. In the middle of writing, man, really coming to the finish line of an album I've been working on for a couple of years with a friend of mine, and that's really exciting. Finishing touches on, make sure that's off. Finishing touches on my rock EP music. I got a guest artist on there, and it's sounding really great. Just got a few more things. That was supposed to be out in February, but things changed because we had to wait for some folks. That's happening. I started a brand new project with a friend that is really, really cool, and it's actually, there's a little bit of Native American flute on there, but I'm actually singing a lot. It's been really great so far. So, yeah, there's just a lot going on. And trying to keep YouTube going. So if you've noticed on YouTube, I've been doing shorts. So I got lots and lots of shorts happening every day. And I'm trying to stay on top of uploading videos as well, long form videos. But, I guess life keeps getting in the way, but really no excuses, right? So, there's always a lot going on. And of course, then there's life, right? So life has been really wild too. But I got some festivals coming up. Got some really neat gigs close to town. I'm actually going to go rock out with a friend of mine tomorrow night. He's on tour, and I'm going to be playing tomorrow night a little bit with him on stage at this really great venue in downtown Ashland, Oregon. So that's pretty exciting too. So like I said, there's just a lot going on in my camp. I haven't really talked a lot about it. I'm in my new studio still. And we're not really sure what we're going to do. Are we going to stay here? Are we going to leave? What are we going to do? I don't know. So always something new going on. And I just figured that I'd get up here and talk a little bit and play some music. Next gig that I got coming up is May 11th and 12th at Pacifica, and that's really exciting. So I'm playing the Pacifica Flute Gathering, and Curly Davies, how you doing, my friend? That's really cool for lots of reasons. I get to play some music with some great people. I put together a little band. And Stephen Rushingwind is coming up with his guitar player, Mucklow, and his wife, and I think his daughter's going to come up too. So I get to hang out with them and play alongside Stephen Rushingwind, and that's really cool. So it took a lot of planning and a lot of putting together, but we got it. We got the funding, so we get to do it. Then I'm playing Flute Stock in July. And possibly some others across the country. So I'm waiting to hear back for those. And yeah, there's just a lot going on. So I have like three/4 projects right now that I'm working on to make it happen. So that's really exciting. And it's a lot. It's a lot to do, So Pacifica is happening. Is everything happening in the stream right now? Looks like it's having an issue. Please let me know if it's lagging or something. I might need to turn something off here. Don't know, but just let me know what's going on. How can I do that? because I think, let me see here. Twitch is good. Okay, good enough. Good enough. I'm streaming on multiple platforms and my computer doesn't like it. I was thinking about doing a crowdfunding thing to finally upgrade my computer to like what I actually need, but this has been all right. This has been all right. So, let's see here. That's all happening. I'll go ahead and shut down my browser. Maybe that'll help a little bit. So, I don't know. Whatever. Look at a couple of things. What do I need here? We're good. We're good. I got two big old screens here I'm looking at now, so it's kind of wild. I'm like, Anyway, let's play a little bit of music. Playing one of my favorite flutes here. This is F sharp. By David O'Neill of Rising Moon Flutes. I love his flute so much. This is a curly maple flute and little hummingbird on top. And actually, one of the wings broke off, but I super glued it back on. He offered to send me a new one. I'm like, you know what? I'll just super glue it. It looks fine. You can't tell. Well, you can, but I'm good with it. So, yeah, feel free to ask questions and holler at me and all the stuff and answer them the best I can. I also picked up some new students, which has been fantastic. Oh, man, I feel like I haven't been here for so long, so I'm just like trying to think about all this stuff and, added a couple of dogs to the family. So we got 4 little dogs running around. Anyway, all right. Oh, Dr. J, I saw something about you and a flute or something and getting something patented or something like that. I thought I saw that a while ago. I don't know. We haven't talked in a while. All right. Reverb? Oh, yeah. Let's play. Yes, sir. That was actually really fun. I can't tell you the last time. Hey, Helen. I can't tell you the last time I just played. That was the first time I've just played in a really, really long time. I see someone's doing a sound alert thing, and I need to turn that on. Where's the sound alert? It's on. It should be on. Did it work? It's on. So I saw you did a sound alert. Did it work? I didn't hear it. What's up with that? I might need to redo all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Put that over there. Oh, well, it should have worked. It's on. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. We can turn this on too. Ooh, fancy. Oh, I could turn the PayPal off. You all need to see all that. Unless you want to donate to my PayPal, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, I got all sorts of stuff happening that isn't happening. That's supposed to happen. I don't know. I don't know. Shut up, Tommy. Okay. Yeah, so I haven't just played like that in a really, really long time, and it makes me I've been trying to plan so I got a couple of festivals coming up that I'm playing. And I've been trying to develop new workshops. I almost always teach a music theory workshop. And the Native American flute players, it's funny. Most Native American flute players, when I mention anything about the music theory, they get all icky about it. Like don't bring that Western stuff into this, and we're all doing Western stuff anyway. You know what I mean? It's pretty funny. The Native American flute world is very silly. It's very funny, and people get very uptight about it. So I've been putting together a new workshop to basically teach music theory without talking about it. Because people get all weird about it. But every time that I do teach a music theory workshop at one of these festivals, the same people that pout about it and get all icky about it, they tend to take it, or they talk to someone that did, and they realize how valuable it is. And I mean, I could say this time and time again. I think the number one importance in playing music is whatever level you're at. So I'm never going to say that there's something wrong with playing the pentatonic minor scale, which is the first scale everybody learns with the Native American flute. And flute makers themselves will say that's kind of like what the flute's for. I'm going to stop one of these. Okay, bye, Rumble. Yeah, it's not happy with me, so I'm going to stop Rumble. I don't know, and now it's not stopping, so that's perfect. I'm seeing that I'm dropping frames all over the place right now. Yes, I'm sure it's frozen. Coming back. Coming back? Am I here? We back? Okay, we're back. Okay. We're back. Okay. It looks good on my end. Okay, refresh again. Looks like it's okay. I was pushing it too hard on the with Rumble, so I just jumped out of Rumble, and now it looks like it's doing much better. So anyway, what I was whoa, Tommy, don't do that. That really scared me. Um, so what I was saying, I don't know what you heard last, but what I was saying is, I typically teach a Native American flute um, uh, workshop on music theory, and people get all icky about it. So I've been working on this new thing because I really want people to like most people play the Native American flute and they improvise and they pick it up because it's an easy instrument to learn and they could play. And that's what's important is that they're playing. Like playing music is number one, right? So okay. Music theory without talking about it, exactly. So I really, people get really afraid about learning. Oh, you know what? Okay. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So I know why that was all happening. I just figured it out. And if I want to, I could go back live on Rumble, but I'm not going to. Um whatever. Okay, I'm back. It should work just fine now. Um Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, I had a VPN on. So anyway, so music theory, people don't want to learn it. People get all upset about it. People really want to just play the pentatonic minor thing, and that's enough for most people. And I think the biggest thing about the Native American flute isn't actually, it's not, in my opinion, it's not mostly about playing music. It's kind of like being in a club. People really want to be in a club, and they, they really want to, they just want to be in a club. They want to hang out with people, and that's great. And it gets people playing music, and that's fantastic. And I think that really is a fantastic thing. So people are doing that. They want to be in a club and they want to play music. I'm still not back on Twitch. I should be. I should be back on Twitch. Huh. Unstable, it says. All right, I just stopped it and started it over on Twitch. YouTube's cooler anyway. Okay. So yeah, I get a lot of flack on the Native American flute world because of just how I am. You know what I mean? Like I'm a different kind of person, and I had to do all this, so now I'm just all over the place. But yeah, I mean, I'm just a lot different. You know what I mean? And I really want people to explore and to get to where they want to. And so a lot of people that play the Native American flute are very emotional people, and they really want to express. And so what I tell a lot of people is like, if the pentatonic minor is all you got, then you're not expressing that much. You know what I mean? You might have those feelings inside when you play. That's great. And if that's enough, then that's what you should do, right? If that keeps you content, amen. Like, keep going. That's fantastic. That's really, really cool. And honestly, I'm a little bit jealous. I wish I could play pentatonic minor and be okay. The way I look at it though is kind of like listening to like modern pop music, it's the same formula done in a whole bunch of different ways, right? It's like, all right, here's these 3 or 4 chords and let's all use them and this is all we're going to do and it's a formula and it sells, So that's kind of the way I look at it. So, you hear me playing all these off-colored notes and I go all over the place, And it's really because once you learn theory, once you get in there, you really, really, really get to express yourself. Once you get to know where these notes are, you really get to express yourself. Because there's so many intervals, there's so many things that you get to see and do, and I mean it's wild, the difference between from doing this to one note change, all of a sudden it goes from kind of somber to a little light, or right, just every little change is completely different, so you get to show people that, you get to play that, and when you do that, man, everything inside of you changes. So, I mean, I'm really preaching on this because that was the first time I just played that. And that I just played to play. And I got to do that stuff. I played from the heart, right? I'm actually making a video on that. That's really going to make some people mad. I like to debunk a lot of stuff, I got a series of videos talking about the Native American flute and the misconceptions of it. Because there's a ton, like I said, people like to be in a club and which is fantastic, like I think community is one of the best things in the world. But, my first video was saying that your flute is not in a minor key, and flute makers reached out to me and they were mad. I make flutes, they're in a minor key. I'm like, no, they're not. They're not. It's not, it's your flute can play several scales, major scales, minor scales, augmented scales, like it could do all sorts of stuff. So it's not actually in a minor key, even if that's the way you built it, because your flute can play several scales that are also major and, it's your flute is not in a minor key. People sell flutes and they say this flute's an F sharp minor. It's not. It's actually not, and people really got upset about it. But the reason people get upset about it is because they don't know Western music. They don't know music theory. They don't know about that stuff, right? And for whatever reason, in the Native American flute world, and also the handpan world, actually, we're like this is what it is. We're in this box, and don't you dare take us out of it. We're gonna play from the heart. We're gonna play these 5 notes, and that's all we're gonna play. And it's a weird thing, and coming from a different background into this world of Native American flute, it like really took me off guard, like just like, wait a minute, like, whoa, we're sitting here playing to, like, you go to a festival where people pay money to see you play, and people are playing to backing tracks, and and I got nothing against anybody. That's not what I'm saying. This is a negative thing. Like, but it's very strange, right? So, I talked about your flute not being in a minor key, and I talked about sound healing. Your flute tuned to whatever frequency, it's bunk. You know what I mean? If your flute's tuned to 528 hertz or 432 hertz, it's not any more healing than my 440 flute. It's not, and I have a whole video on that Dr. J just brought up. You should really check it out. You know what I mean? It doesn't, like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that's not healing. Music is healing. But your flute tuned to 432 hertz is not any more healing than a 440 flute. Just by the definition of it. Only one note on your flute is going to be in 432 hertz, and your breath will never sustain 432 hertz anyway. So it's just interesting, you know what I mean? What we've done, and like I said, like we like to pretend we're in a club, we do this stuff, and it's really, really interesting. So I'm going to make another frequency video. I also have one about playing from the heart that I'm going to be making, and I'm going to talk a little bit about cultural appropriation too. I think that stuff is, it's all important. I think it's stuff that we should talk about and that we should debunk. And my whole goal about all this is to get people playing music, and not only to play music, but play it honest. To play it honest, you know. The topic of the next frequency video, I just kind of want to go in a little bit deeper, you know, with the frequency stuff, you know, and maybe touch base on like the actual stuff that has been, you know, like I know that there's like frequency beds and stuff. I had a friend that used to meditate to certain frequencies. But the frequencies were absolutely perfect and flawless. You know what I mean? So, and it's one tone, you know, and there is something to that from what I understand. You know, I'm not a chakra person. I'm not any of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You know, them dark arts, you know, I'm not really into that stuff. Sound immersion in business evolve around the sacred chakras. Yeah. See, I'm not really into that, mysticism. You know what I mean? Like maybe, you know, but there definitely are some frequency stuff, you know, like I do a little bit of grounding, right? Like in my yard, I've been doing that lately, you know, just take your shoes off and just stand on the earth. There's something to that. You know what I mean? So there's something, you know, this is the world God gave us, right? So, you know, we're definitely connected. But anyway, so there is some scientific studies with it, but nothing has been proven 100%. Yeah, you know, I actually credit there's a in my frequency video, I credit Adam Neely's video on it, and he goes really, really deep into it, and talks about the math behind it and everything about it, and it's pretty cool. He has a few of them actually. He has a great channel, millions of subscribers and stuff. So I very much recommend his video. It's great. So anyway, this is kind of fun, just sitting here talking. I haven't done that in a while. So people have been sending me messages about this flute. This is another Rising Moon flute in the key of F. Look how cool that thing is. Look how cool that thing is. Really amazing. Oh, someone's at my front door. I'm going to have to shut down pretty soon, but I want to play some more music first. I'm just sitting here talking. All right. Hurts so good. Yeah. Yeah, I like to push buttons. I like to get people thinking. You know, people get pretty upset about things I say all the time, and I'm okay with it. I'm not trying to like make people upset, but I like people think. I like to expose hypocrisies and debunk things. And there's so many in the Native American flute world. You know, people get so mad, and you know, they just really want you to be a sound healer and be stoic and do all this stuff and rah 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 rah. So it's crazy to me. All right, let's go. Let's play a little bit of this, you know. Justin on Twitch says the Nazi party had a sound machine. So that's a funny thing because the whole conspiracy is that 440 hertz is like a Nazi conspiracy to keep us all angry. That's not true. People sure like to believe things, don't they? Yeah, I think you start going to that Nazi stuff. I mean, sound is bad, right? You know, things can definitely happen, but let's not go saying that 440 hertz, blah 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 blah. Thing is like music has equal temperament, so like music in 440 hertz or 400 music in any hertz, like unless you call music one note at a perfect frequency, what is that music? I don't think so. There's no melody to it. So sound healing music and what people like to say that it is, not real. You know what I mean? Like, can music be healing? Yes, of course it can. But can you play music in certain frequencies that makes it more healing? No, you can't, because you're not. Even if you took perfect tones and they were all at 432 hertz or whatever frequency you floats your boat, it's going to sound terrible. It's going to sound terrible. It's not going to sound like music because there's no equal temperament. And so it's going to sound awful. If you play a chord if you play a major chord, right? If you play a first, a major third, and a fifth, just a triad, and every single note is at 432 hertz, it's going to sound awful. It's going to be all out of tune, and it's not going to sound good at all. So maybe you'd be getting healed by awful music that's wildly out of tune. Sure, maybe. But, and I mean, like I don't have, like you see a lot of flute makers making flutes in 528 hertz and 432 hertz and all these different hertz. To me, it's a preference. If you happen to like your music at a certain, higher or lower, in pitch, good for you. Like, that's what you should go after. There's nothing wrong with that. What I think there's something wrong with is when a flute maker makes a flute and says, this flute is of the healing frequency and playing this flute is going to balance your chakra. It's not. It's not. Sound healing, I think, if you want to call it, sound healing and music healing are different things. Sound healing is a pure tone of a specific frequency and it's doing this. That's an interesting topic that's worth exploring and talking about. Music healing is individualized, right? There are people that listen to death metal and sit there and it helps them, right? There are people that listen to new age music. There are people that listen to all sorts of different kind of music, and that's what they do. When you're in your car alone, driving where no one can see you, what do you turn on to make you feel good and enjoy the drive? That's music healing, right? Because we're all individuals and we all like our own thing. So what do you like? What hits you, right? That's what's important. So, we just like to do things. We just like to talk about stuff and be in clubs and have fun. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's a beautiful thing. Truly. But Debbie Gibson, man, get out of here. That's my era, bruh. Come on now. I love Debbie Gibson. She married, I don't even want to say the band name, but who she married, the singer of that punk rock band that I used to listen to all the time, but I won't say the name because it's inappropriate. But yeah. Yep. So anyway, guys, I didn't do a lot today, but it's getting towards 2:00. And I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit, play a little bit. I missed you guys. I am working hard to get an actual schedule going. And I really want to do that. So, Right now I have a short or two being uploaded every single day to YouTube. I'm trying to get my schedule going for long form videos as well every single week, and a live stream at least once a week. So we're getting really close to where I could actually do that. Lots going on. So my life is starting to somewhat, okay, we could do this. So looking forward to that. I really want to do that. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. A big thing that I'm trying to do is on YouTube. So I finally got fully monetized on YouTube. I'm trying to get my members up over there. So just like you could subscribe here on Twitch, you could also subscribe here on YouTube. So I'm trying to get that going on more and more and more. I do a lot more content on YouTube. So if you're gonna subscribe monthly, it might be worth it doing it over there more than Twitch. Of course, I very much appreciate, I still have a handful of monthly subscribers on Twitch, and I very much appreciate you. But YouTube just has a lot more to offer. You know what I mean? So I get to go live over there and do all sorts of other stuff too. Rada Dagaz Jazz, how you doing over there on YouTube? Speaking a language I don't understand. But I appreciate you. Someone wants to... Troy Jenkins, do I have a favorite flute? How you doing, my friend? Man, I don't know if I have a favorite flute. I don't know. I actually plan to do a live stream to go through every single one of my flutes and talk about them all and just kind of show them. I don't think I have a favorite flute. I tend to pick up this one a lot. This is my Rising Moon flute in the key of F sharp. I just played it for the first song I played tonight. I love this flute. It's really loud and very easy to play. I also have one JP Gomez flute that I absolutely love too. And what I've really realized also is I'm a single flute person. I love the single flute. I like it more. Oh my God! Hey, thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. Thank you. I think that was a YouTube sub. Thank you for that. Yeah, I think so. So, yeah, I don't have a favorite flute. I really love my JP Gomez flute in the key of A. My full album, I'm everywhere. Go check me out on Spotify and all the places. I have it all, and I also have them here. Favorite flute manufacturers. So I really love, that's really hard for me to say. So the flutes that I play the most are from Rising Moon Flutes. David O'Neill out of North Carolina. I love his flutes. I have several of his flutes, and I love, love, love them. Like I said, I have one JP Gomez flute that I love, and I've played others of his that aren't mine, and they're pretty flawless as well. I really like them, but check this out. This is funny. I actually really like high spirit flutes. I've kind of talked, not mess about them, but just kind of like, yeah, I don't know. The three around, I have 4 of them or 5, but they're just great. They really are great flutes. You know what I mean? Especially because, they're an easy flute to get into. So I don't know. Like I've played flutes from several makers. And I also want to give a big shout out to Singing Tree Flutes, to Miguel Medina. I have a couple of his drones, and they're just fantastic. 2 of the 5 are high spirits flutes. That's great. Yeah, that's great. My high spirits flutes are great. I mean, I love them. I used to have more of them. I sold them, and I kind of wish I didn't. I think that they have a very specific sound, and they're great. I think what the flutes that I don't like are the ones that aren't in tune and don't play well, right? So, and I've had some flutes that don't play well, I still have them, But I also, there's something behind it too for like flute makers that I've worked with. So I want to say Wind Dancer Flutes, Roger McGee, huge inspiration of mine. Amazing man. Him and his wife are incredible. And I have a handful of his flutes. Love them. Rising Moon flutes, Singing Tree flutes, High Spirit flutes. I have one really great elemental flute from Dustin Selva that's fantastic. It's this big triple. What else do I got over there? I got a couple from Red Kite flutes out of the UK that I really like. Yeah, I got a handful from my friend Gene. Have not been to Sedona. Would love to go though. Would love to go. So yeah, I have flutes from a lot of different makers. I just got this crazy ocarina NAF thing, whatever it is, from Johnny Lipford. Really cool tone. It's really cool. It doesn't do everything that I could do with the other flutes, but it's not meant to. It's really cool. I just did a video on this too. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna shut it down. I made this one. How about that? I made this a long time ago and it has a big crack in it. But I'll play it for you anyway real quick. Ready? I made this for my mom out of a cherry branch. Has a big long crack down it. So anyway, it's awesome. I have to put a new totem on it. This is actually from an elemental flute, so I have to put a new totem on it, fix it a little bit, and then give it back to my mom. Four Fingers, Johnny Lipford is a dear friend of mine, and I agree. Everyone needs to check out Johnny Lipford. He is fantastic. He's a great guy, good friend. Got to meet him in person a handful of times, share the stage with him. He's a great guy. So I very much agree with that. So that's it, guys. I just saw another sub. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube. Anything you guys can do to help me out, I really do appreciate you very much. Hey, Lenura, how are you? Hello. So here on YouTube, thank you for the subscription. Make sure you hit the like button. Watch my other videos. I have lots of videos. I have, educational videos. I have music education videos. I have backing tracks. I have all sorts of just fun stuff to check out. And, please check that out. And if you feel really crazy, you could hit the join button. After you've hit the subscription button, you can hit the join button. And for a couple of bucks a month, you could support me on YouTube. And every little bit helps. Really trying to push YouTube as much as I can. So thank you very, very, very much. Let's see. Okay, so we're out of here. We're going to raid Firestone Rocks Drums, and it says this channel is intended for a mature audience, so oops, I wish I maybe didn't do that. I don't like mature audiences. Have a great day. I love you. If you're on Twitch and you go to Firestone Rocks Drums and he says bad words, I apologize. Before we go, join me on Patreon. Do all the stuff. Join me on, please, monthly everything. Okay, I'm back real quick. So that is my Patreon page. I want to say I love you. Bye, bye, bye. Have a great day. And yeah, come hang out with me next time. Okay, bye.